divas! Today I have a special treat for you. So I have been digging up some of the Singing Diva archives and I have put together a beautiful little 5-part mini-series for you to help you sing fabulously. I've kept these episodes short and sweet so they're easily digestible. And this way, you can watch them a few times over if you need to without losing your concentration. I'll also compile them into a little playlist so it's easy for you if you'd like to come back to them and watch them all over again at a later stage. Remember to like, share, subscribe, do all the things if you haven't already, and turn on your notification bell. You definitely don't want to be missing out on content like this. Here is a quick outline of what you can expect to receive in this 5-part mini-series. In part 1, I'll be teaching you about breathing from your diaphragm. In part 2, you'll be learning about expanding your vocal range. In part 3, I'll be teaching you a practical on how to do box breathing. In part 4, you learn about building confidence for singing. And in part 5, how correct breathing benefits your singing. These specific subjects help tackle some of the most basic foundational aspects of vocal training with my best advice on these most frequently asked questions. So last week was the first part where we learnt about breathing from the diaphragm. Today we get into the second episode, or part 2, where I'm teaching you about gently stretching and expanding your vocal range. Enjoy! On to our next exercise, which is stretching the vocal range. So first up, what is a vocal range? You'll find on this channel I like to use really simple terms. The average person may not know what are the fancy musical terms. So if I do happen to use a term that you might not be familiar with, if it's not part of like day-to-day language that we use, I will do my best to try and clarify those, make it simple, easy, basic, and break it down for the general person. So when we talk about vocal range, we're basically referring to your lowest note and your highest note, everything in between. So if this is the highest you can sing and this is the lowest you can sing, your vocal range is every note in between that. Now, most people would love to be able to sing a bit higher, sing a bit lower, and be able to sing those notes with ease. So what exactly is a vocal scale? I'll give you an example. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So that's a very common vocal scale you may be familiar with. Basically, a vocal scale is a syllable attached to a melody behind it. And we use various vocal scales in order to do all sorts of things with your vocals, whether we want to stretch your vocal range, build vocal endurance, whatever it may be, we use vocal scales in various vocal exercises. So for this exercise, we're going to use that same vocal scale of do, re, mi in order to gently stretch your vocal range. So I will demonstrate by singing 2 rounds of do, re, mi from low to high and then high to low. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So what we're going to basically do with those, if you heard the lowest that I started from and the highest point that I went to, and then coming back down, you're basically going to gently stretch that vocal range. So for example, if your lowest was do, you're going to start even lower, do. If your highest was do, you're going to start at do and continue the vocal scale up and down. That's going to just gently stretch your vocal range without overstraining your vocals. in the comments section, let us know, how was it for you learning to stretch your vocal range? Has it been something that you have actively worked on? Have you had any good or bad experiences? Maybe you have some techniques that you'd like to share with us so that we can also learn from each other. I love hearing all of your beautiful feedback, so go ahead and drop me some comments. Now, if you would like to go even further on your singing journey, I encourage you to check out the beautiful course that I have put together for you. It's called Learn How to Sing, Vocal Training, and it takes you through all the way from beginner to intermediate and then to advanced level vocal training. So you will benefit no matter which level of vocal ability you may be at. You can really transform your vocals and build your self-esteem. Details in the description box below. In my next video, we're going on to part 3 of this Sing Fabulous series, and I hope you're enjoying it so far as much as I am. We're going to be doing a practical for the box breathing technique, a very common, well-known type of breathing technique. But if you don't know, now you know, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So do join me in that next one. I'll see you there. And until then, my beautiful divas, stay awesome.